Hi guys, I'm Lisa.
No, I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering.
Are you free for coffee?
Welcome.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, this is the worst professions to marry part 2.
I'm glad we were laughing.
We did another one.
We did. So season 2.
A couple seasons ago.
Yeah, season 2, episode 19.
But this is an updated version.
Toxic
so there's some more that we can add to it. I'm just going to read all of them, but some of them are repeats, some are brand new.
Yes.
So one is surgeons and high-powered lawyers. Their reasoning was because it just eats up all their time.
Yeah.
They're always working.
And they're not going to have a schedule where they can really be with you.
And I would say kind of the God complex too.
Now that was our thing last time.
Think, but yeah, they're saying time. And so whoever the spouse is, male or female,
you need to be very busy too.
Well, the household stuff
would fall to you.
That's like a default. You're the default person. So be wary. Professional musicians. Now they're saying not celebrity musicians, but just the folks, the hourly folks you pay for a session, them kind of folks,
and for a concert or whatever.
Yeah, so they work a lot too, and they're on the road, and
usually very late hours.
Very late hours. So they're saying, funny enough, though, there is a high rate of marriages between musicians to surgeons because they have similar working hours. That's kind of funny, isn't it? But it works for them. Yeah. So they're both doing kind of the same thing in the same hours.
Yeah.
So
which means their time together actually aligns.
Right. And nobody's nagging the other one about you're always at the job and so that works. So I guess if you're a surgeon or musician, find that.
Find your counterpart.
3 is chefs. They gave no why. But
I don't know a chef that doesn't have anger issues.
If you watch The Bear, I guess that'll give you all the reason you need. It's a lot. It's hours. It's late. It's working all the time.
It's a lot of stress.
High rate of failure.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yes. Restaurants. Anything food related.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 4 is correctional officers.
I can't say anything.
They often treat their spouses and kids like inmates. And I could see that, can't you?
I can't say anything.
Okay. That's probably true. Okay.
I plead the 5th.
Anyone in the film business. So they didn't specify like a particular thing.
So like cameraman,
anybody, director, producer, because they're either unemployed and then they're at home all the time because they're unemployed, or they're at work for
however
16
long.
hours a day.
Dang, until it's done.
Or they're out of town filming, on location. And then that can be months at a time.
I did not even think
and
about
unless
this.
you have a job that you can go with them, they're for
gone.
Months at a time. So it's feast or famine kind of. So that's another one. I
didn't think about that. I didn't think about the unemployed part.
If you found somebody in that line of work, you probably would be a better choice because they would understand.
They would understand it. Yeah. And you better have good money management skills because I didn't think about it. When you're not working, you're not working.
Because even well-known actors and things, you hear about them being in financial trouble. Because, you might make a big chunk.
Yeah.
It's kind of real estate.
Yeah, but then you don't know when it's...
chunk, but then it might be quite a while till you get another big chunk. So you have to make that last until God knows when. So 6, comedians and pastors. And the commonality is they like sermon illustration or the comedian telling a joke, but he's telling, my kids did, my wife did. And the pastor is, the other day,
that's true.
My kid did such and such. So you don't have any privacy because they're telling
they do that. And pastors, let me tell y'all, my grandfather will put your business out there. And sometimes I don't tell, as growing up, I wouldn't tell him because I knew I was going to be a damn example.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't say, no, it's a grandbaby. I'm not going to say which one. Well, I was the oldest one. So everyone is like looking at me.
Well, yeah, on certain things, but at least they didn't say, because the ones I've heard that say something, they'll just say a child of mine. They won't say
a
name.
Oh no, he would say a grandbaby.
You still don't want anybody to.
I don't want you in my business like that.
Politicians, which
they're saying that speaks for itself.
There's rampant drug use affairs. And not so much the politician, although in this day and age, it's the politician. But the staffers and the lobbyists and the people just in that community.
Y'all partying like that?
Well, think about it, lobbyists.
Well, yeah.
That's their true. Whole cocaine. Thing. They schmooze and get folks to
and staying awake all these hours.
My gosh. 8 is pilots. So they used to say for sailors, a girl in every port, but it's a girlfriend at every airport. So that's what it is.
I do believe.
And you remember, I think we talked about this last time. Every time I see it, though, it reminds me there was a book a few years ago. I think it was called The Pilot. It was about, he had 2 families.
Yes, that happens a lot.
Yeah, which
happens a lot.
Because he's out of town a lot, so.
Raggedy.
Okay, flight
attendant. You thinking he had a hotel, he had a whole nother house.
A whole other house. Flight attendant. And they're saying, because it's a great job if you're single and no kids, but if you're not, it's kind of iffy. Now,
especially now because these flights getting delayed and all that, and it's not as stable as I think it was at one point.
Now, back in the day, because I had some friends that were flight attendants. They worked a couple of days, or I think they made you work so many flights, but depending on
then you were off,
right? You could do it all in one day.
I don't know if they still do it like that anymore.
New Orleans to Houston, and Houston to Arkansas, but you could do it all in a day, and then you'd have a few days off. Yes. So in that case, I thought, well, that's
a good,
but I don't know how their schedule is now. So, bartenders, that's probably like with the chef. The same thing. So long hours, late nights, easy access to alcohol.
Oh yeah.
So it's tempting depending on their personality.
And people buy shots for the bartender. They buy drinks for them.
Yeah,
I've seen that, and I'm always thinking you have to. That's what I couldn't do. I couldn't be on all the time.
Talking to people, and I'm sure you're hearing problems. And especially when folks are drunk, they telling all their business, and you got to act interested. That would God, I'm so tired thinking of that level of being on. Or just being peopled. There's too many people.
What I tell you all the time, I'm peopled out. I'm peopled all day.
Out. Professional tennis players and coaches. They did not give a why. But let's ponder this. I think it's the same thing. A lot of these jobs where you travel a lot, where you have a lot of people around you, a lot of handlers, a lot of groupie type folks.
You know the difference with tennis that just hit me? Like you think about basketball, football, and we already know, a lot of the issues, whatever. But at least you're with a team, you have some accountability. Tennis, you really don't have it.
Because I think with some of those, the team is everybody doing it.
I've heard both. Okay. I've heard both. And I'll admit, I've known.
You probably could find a few that aren't, but I bet the majority are.
I don't think it's the majority. I think it's kind of the bad apple thing. Because you got to think, out of all the people on the Cowboys rosters, most people can only name 5 folks, but the team is huge.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? There's so many that you don't see that are regular people. You,
some of it is age-wise. Because the younger ones, I mean, young.
You're just young and dumb.
Yeah. So honestly, I almost would say all professional athletes and coaches probably fit into that.
But there's a reason why they said tennis. I need to look this up.
But I think it's kind of the same, though, wouldn't you? I would venture.
I think it varies. I think it varies by sport. But you're not athletic, so you're going to group it. I think you have very different personalities for different sports.
Well,
but that traveling and being away.
I dated a football player once, a professional football player.
And you didn't trust him?
No, he was not. It was like a real quick date, I mean, it wasn't anything, but I went to a game and there's a lot of folks and groupies and a lot of stuff going on, and we weren't to that level of anything. So I was just a witness to things. And I don't know that I would want that life.
No, I would. No, I don't want that.
And he was fine. And like I said, it didn't go anywhere because he was in another city and things. But it would be hard to trust.
I can see that.
I think so. We're
Well,
going to research the tennis thing, but I think any professional
and we used to trust
sport,
golf, and didn't Tiger break us of that?
So
Baby.
I'm just saying, I think the dynamic is the same.
It is. It
so
is. You're a lot of nights away. You're traveling. There's
people around you.
That's true.
There's a lot of temptation. A lot of temptation.
A ton. Yeah.
Okay, military and law enforcement, first responders, and oil workers.
The oil field dudes, they always got a little extra money and time to kill.
Anything where you're away for a long time.
Yes.
That's how they categorize that. Tenured faculty. This was interesting because if you ever want to move, good luck.
They ain't trying to go
because if they get tenured, it's hard to get tenured, and when you do, you're not interested until you're done. Because tenured is a gig. It's kind of like the Supreme Court till you get done.
That's true.
So if you have a job that to move up or to do, you got to move around. That's not a good fit.
Okay,
for you.
Do you know where my brain went when you said that originally? Just if you're there, you're tenured. You've been there for a minute. You know what I mean? You're not tenured right out of the gate, and then all the people you're teaching are younger. Like the age gap. And I would think that would be a temptation. I guess I was thinking like with students, because if you're tenured, it's probably collegiate, right?
Yeah.
And so it has to be collegiate. So then, they're legal, right? Yeah. Which I guess that's what I was thinking. I see what you're saying about the dynamic of the inability to move around and all of that. But I was actually thinking more like, more like the students.
But I think that's an individual thing.
Well,
not everybody.
Not everyone is interested.
Every grown up is into these little young folks like that.
I can agree with that.
Actors, because they fall in love with their co-stars.
Oh my God!
That happens all the time. So if you're the one at home,
and then they don't be together no more.
The next thing you know, they're kicking it with
That's true.
Or she. I just say he because female nurses, because according to divorce attorneys, female nurses, they are number one in cheating. Isn't that just floored me?
You know why?
Why?
I bet you in most of those cases, they're the breadwinner. You're still going home, and you're still the wife, because they said female nurses, right?
Yes, said female nurses.
So you are the breadwinner. You're still going home and having to be the wife and do all the stuff where, let's face it, in opposite situations where the male is the breadwinner, usually the woman is handling all of the domesticity, and that's excused as okay because he's the breadwinner. But with that case, she's doing both. Most of my friends are nurses. That's why I'm running through. I ain't gonna say no names, but they all listen to us. So they're the breadwinners in all of their relationships, all of them that I know, except for one now.
Well, and
then they still have to do the domesticity.
Okay, that's a good theory.
And you're at work for long hours with people.
Okay, I have a different theory, because it's a distant second, but the second person to get divorced is male firefighters. So my thought was the adrenaline.
Well, yeah,
because once you're, you in these real life and death situations, you get worked up, and some people get worked up, and that's what they do when they get worked up.
It's a quick dopamine hit. Yeah, it's a good little way to relax.
That's weird. I wonder what the real thing is.
But with nurses, and I can't say it does happen a lot.
Well, and
I would know people and be like, "Wait, aren't they married?" And I'm like, "Let me show you."
Another thing, like with some of the other ones, is they're away a lot.
Yeah.
They have long their shifts are long, so you have time to do what you ain't got no business
to
doing.
Be away and let the mice play.
Okay. Corporate attorney or any high-powered entrepreneur. So, it's if you're not working, you're not making money, kind of. So they never clock out. Mm-hmm. So that was their thing. Drug dealer was number 17. No explanation needed. Okay.
I'm offended.
18 is horse people.
Like equestrian?
Yeah, because they're saying breeders, riders, cowboys, rodeo folks, show horses.
Cowboys are hoes. That's true.
You will never be a priority to them unless you're a horse person. And then you're just, and then they said even then you're second to the horse.
I had a cousin who was a bull rider. I think that's true.
So
that's true.
This kind of plays to me into the athletes and stuff too. It's that same type of thing.
It is. Because
performer.
People don't consider it, but they're athletes. They're athletes as
and then they're traveling. It'd be that same scenario. Groupies and all that.
There's Buckle Bunnies.
Cops, which I think this was on the other one.
It was.
But this one's interesting because the excuses are different. The reasoning is different. They're saying spousal abuse by cops is notably higher than in the general population and is the most underreported category of spousal abuse. Because even if they do report it, when the cops come, they're like, "Oh, walk it off. He's fine," and they don't report it. So it's not even maybe that she's not reporting it. It doesn't get past.
It doesn't make it past that.
Yeah. So, buyer beware. Don't say you haven't.
Now, what is your let me be your wingman? How do you follow this up? Because that's just
you can't follow it up. Just buyer beware. But this one is a couple's DIY spa day. So, okay.
To help all these folks relax.
Okay, so this is only if you got it like that. Because this could lead to some trouble if you don't. So just another beware, But there's, all, Walmart, everybody, the grocery store, they have all kinds of masks and conditioners and nail polish. You can buy whatever you need to buy for inexpensive. Even the dollar store has masks and stuff.
I don't recommend that.
I'm just saying. But
please go to Ulta.
Yeah, do something probably better, especially if you have sensitive skin and stuff. I'm just saying if you had to. So you could, if you want to book a day at the Four Seasons Spa, which I have a friend whose husband did that for her and her girlfriends from high school, which was so sweet, wasn't it? I don't know how much that would be, but they went for the whole day.
I'm trying to get there.
But anyway,
I have dropped.
If you got it like that, do that. But if you don't, you can do the DIY.
You can do at-home spa treatment. And you could do
just do the whole thing: the massages, the pedicures, the mask and stuff. That might be a fun.
That would be my jam.
That would be fun.
That would be that's
we're just throwing it out there.
I pay for that every month.
We're throwing that out there.
It's just me, so someone else does it. So shout out to Nicole.
Add it to your,
shout out to Nicole.
Add it to your list.
Yes. Okay, loves. Well, thank you all for pulling up a chair and joining us for coffee. Please subscribe to Are You Free for Coffee podcast wherever you're listening. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode and find joy in the little things. Until next time.
Thanks, guys.